is the frequency in use. Alrighty, nothing heard. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or prior to traffic? I thought not. It didn't sound busy for the last hour or so that I've been sitting here. Where was I started? Oh, yes. Net may be broken at any time for emergency traffic. For information on the net, you can watch it right now. You can watch my radio display and hear me on hear me talking to people that you possibly can't hear, and that's on YouTube. And that would be on just go to the search block in YouTube and put in my call K4PEW. It should bring up a thing called a premiere, and you can watch it there. I don't know why it says premiere. I'm not very premiering, not very presentable at the moment either. You can also go to our normal or abnormal website, the 146415 website, where it has some Simplex information and some other stuff that hopefully you'll find interesting. If you're on Simplex, I think you will. Also, you can go right to our groups.io page, where we have a mailing list, and we send out reminders for the nets and some other ham-related events. And that's on groups.io. You can look it up easily. You can search for MJSS, for Mount Juliet Simplex Society, or you can put in the groups.io / which is /. That's the one that's farther left on the bottom and farther right on the top. And then a small g, and then another duplicated /, and then the word MJSS, Mike, Juliet, Sierra, Sierra. Not the word, it's just those 4 letters. Or you can send me an email at k4pew at walmart.com. No, it's at arrl.net. The net normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night, as we've been doing for about, 6.5 years. Which is, I can't believe we've been going that long. But we conduct the net at 146.415 FM Simplex. Purpose of the net is to really just have fun. Try to figure out who you can hear, who you can't hear. Some people keep a record of who they can't hear so they can figure out where they are. I always announce where they are, or I try to, and I get the person to announce where they are so we can establish what your problems are with your system. If any can be corrected, and some can't, some can't. I'm fortunate because I'm in the middle of this. I call myself the monkey in the middle, because everybody to me is, no matter how far away they are, if they can hear me, I can usually hear them. Except if they're on a handy talk. That's a different story. Sometimes I can't hear. We invite everyone to use the net for announcements, which I have a few. If anybody has any corrections or additions, deletions, let me know. Tonight we're doing the 2-meter net, of course, right where we are right now on 146.415, followed by the buy-sell swap and swindle net, followed by the 2-meter upper sideband net on 144.240, followed by the 6-meter net on 50.135. I'll mention those later in case you didn't roll them down. And announcements for the Sevierville Hamfest was today, so you don't need to know about that. And if anybody went, let me know. We've got the July 31st Ham Quest at the Wilson County Fairgrounds, sponsored by the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club, which really is for local. It may be the biggest locally, I think it is, that we've had in the last 4 or 5 years, whatever it is. And then on to August 21st, 22nd in Huntsville. That's the big one down in Huntsville. Amateur Radio Club puts that on. And that's a great big ham fest, and I'm glad they're doing it this year. And of course, I'm glad HamQuest is doing it this year, too. In fact, they plan on doing 2, one in July and another one November, December. So don't forget, well, we'll remind everybody of those as they come, as they get closer. So does anybody have any other announcements or corrections? All right. Tonight we're starting from wherever I was here, starting from the east. This is net number 677, if you're keeping track. I can't help but note, there's 2 things. Well, let me get through this first. I'll be starting from the east, and we'll be asking for your call, your first name, if you have one, and or initials, or your location. I happen to notice, and we just want to move along. We're also going to be taking first-time check-ins or new hams, which could possibly be the first ones. So we'll do that first, and we'll take people who are mobile and short on time. Does anybody, where was I heading with that? I was going to tell you something. Oh, yes. I couldn't help but notice that the Wilson County Aries keeps their net live during stormy stuff. And I'm not sure what the point is, because everything they announce, I've heard today, is the same thing that NOAA announces on the National Weather Service radar, which was not radar, but the frequencies that they want to keep repeating the same weather stuff over and over and over and over again. And there are about 6 different frequencies where they announce those things when anybody who has a radio could just listen to them there. Anyway, I just thought to make that little editorial. I'm not sure why. If they activate, they certainly would activate if there was indeed a weather emergency. But I just can't see. I imagine people, because they get 70 or 80 check-ins a night or 90 check-ins every time they do a net on their repeater system. I just can't imagine 90 people sitting there listening to the same thing they get listened on the NOAA radio. Anyway, that's my little editorial. I think we do a much better job with people who are actively working to improve their systems with great antennas, great systems, and an interest in getting better as we move forward. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and start right now with that little non-political assessment. I'll call it an editorial. Anyway, my name is Paul with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net, and we're taking check-ins from the east. Please come now. No, I lied. I just forgot everything I just said. Let's take any. Do we have any new check-ins tonight? Please come on.
Kilo 4, or Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Yankee.
Hey, very good. How are you doing tonight?
Doing all right. Yeah, this is my first check-in. Just got my license. What was it? Yesterday morning. And I fully intended on being out at the breakfast this morning, but I had a 10-month-old that was not doing too well. So we were out quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, the weather, I think, kept some people away. We still had a pretty good, I think we had 8 people show up, which is kind of normal during this pandemic. And even with the heavy rain and hail and, just nasty weather, we got a little, I think it would have been more if it wasn't raining.
Yeah, I fully intend on trying to get the next one in a couple weeks. But, yeah, I'm just glad to be able to check in here for the first time. I'm still on the HT with the rubber duck, so I'm not sure who's going to hear me. But, I see some lightning. I was actually planning on climbing. I got like a carport. I was going to climb up on that, but then with the lightning, I was like, probably not a good idea tonight.
Yeah, I just looked on your QRZ page, and apparently I'm the only one who's looked you up. But that's going to change after now. This is who's I'm talking to is Lewis. That's Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Yankee. He's here in Mount Juliet on Belinda Parkway, and he's got one lookup. You rarely see it. You get a chance to see one on the QRZ. Have you looked on the QRZ page, Lewis?
I have not. My first contact yesterday morning at Dennis, he actually mentioned that I wasn't on there yet, but I'd only been had the license probably about an hour. I waited about an hour, and then close to lunch, I went outside. And I was like, I'm going to try to go make a contact.
Very good. Well, very good, Lewis. Appreciate the check-in, and we're welcome to the hobby. And I hope you move forward and have as much fun as the rest of us seem to have had. Anyway, we had a lot of people pretty happy, having a good time. I mean, ham radio is a great hobby, really. There's a lot to learn and a lot to learn. So welcome again, Lewis. Anybody else first time check-in? Please come on. All righty, one big check-in. Well, that's good enough. That's plenty good. I'm glad there's some more people who are new. I know I've heard them. I've talked to them on the air. But anyway, any people short on time, please come on. Was that somebody trying to check in, or is that just my squelch? Got no copy. Anybody got a relay for me?
I hear nothing. I hear nothing on the east side.
Huh. Oh, that seems funny. Every time I ask, I get that buzz. So maybe they're south or something. I don't know. All right, well, send me an email, k4pew@arrl.net. Yeah, maybe that's just lightning. I don't know. I just hear it keeps buzzing on me. You can probably hear it on the YouTube thing. All right, is anybody short on time? Or let's see, what would be the other? Or mobile. That would be the other one. All right, Eddie. How you doing this evening?
Doing very well. Just wait until the sun comes out. Thing dries up.
Yeah, I'm just glad I mowed the lawn.
Yeah. Got ready for another cut in about a week.
Oh yeah, no, it was really getting out of hand as it was yesterday, and I mowed it yesterday, and I was just thankful because then it started to pour like crazy, as you know. All right, Eddie, very good. Eddie, are you mobile tonight, Eddie?
No, I'm on my base, 5 watts.
Okay, very good. 5 watts. That's Eddie. He's in Gladeville. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. Anybody else short on time or mobile, or that's it at the moment? Okay, I heard KG4. Who is that? I did hear a Kilo Golf 4 station. Please come again. Was that GWI Golf Whiskey India? Oh, Kilo. Man, you are really. Yeah, I couldn't hear you. I didn't recognize your voice. That's Wes, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. You must be mobile, Wes. Oh, good. You came in pretty strong that time. That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. He's in Murfreesboro tonight on an HT. So there you go. You can, if you really try hard, you can make it from a good distance away. All right. Good to have you in there, Wes. Who else is? Well, let's just go. Let's start from the east. Go from there. Please come in.
Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India, James and Mount Juliet.
All right, James. Thanks for restraining yourself during that period before you.
Yeah, I had to stop and figure out what you said.
No. Very good. Everything all right with the family?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good. Well, everybody's sitting at home tonight. Wait, it's good. It's supposed to rain through, I think, tomorrow morning.
It's thundering outside my house right now.
Yeah, I know. It looks pretty bad. Well, I'm just I'm gonna have to sharpen up the mower blades for the next moment. Very good. That's James here in Mount Juliet. Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. Who else is east? Please come on.
Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo KI4 SOR. Good evening again. Hello.
All right. Good to have you at breakfast this morning there, Richard.
I enjoyed it, and I had to leave as early as I did, but I had to help a fellow move some furniture when I left and came back to Lebanon. And I didn't get back to the house until about 2 o'clock.
Ah, so it made a long morning. I just thought it was one of those get to meet with the parole officer.
No. Bless her heart, she was home by herself the whole time.
Very good. That's Richard and Stephanie in just west of Lebanon. Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo and Stephanie Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Who else is east? Please come on.
November 4 Juliet Alpha Victor. Alan in Lebanon.
Hey, Alan. Still recovering?
Yeah, doing a little better.
Good. Glad to hear it. Yeah. I was going to ask you something else about Lebanon. Have you guys gotten it worse or better over there in rain? Because it seemed to me you got some more than we did.
Yeah, we flooded this morning. I live in a floodplain. We flooded this morning. It wasn't terrible or anything like that, but when it kicks up again tonight, it'll probably happen again.
Yeah, that was a real, earlier today was a real frog drowner. I was really amazed at how much it rained.
Yeah, it just happens there every now and then.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, having lived in Florida, on the west coast of Florida for almost 37 years, was heavy rain does not get me upset. But here, well, there it was a little more interesting because it generally it has sandy soil, so it doesn't flood really. It does some flooding under the people that do a poor job of landscaping, but generally speaking, there's not very much flooding in Florida unless there's a hurricane.
That's a good thing.
Yep, very good. That's Alan in Lebanon. November 4, Juliet Alpha Victor. Anybody else east? We'll come back on late check-in. How about north? Please come down. Anybody north, please come down.
Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform WB Carlin, Angel Town, Bethpage, Mount Vernon.
That's a long location list, Carlin. How you doing?
Yeah, but I narrowed it down for anybody who wants to get on the Google Maps, they can find it. So anyway, doing okay, I guess. Just tired of all the rain and the thunderstorms.
Well, just be thankful it's not snow and ice.
Oh yeah, I'm glad about that. We got to put up with this before we get into late spring and change the oil and stuff, and there's no way I can do all that before that rain right there you see coming gets here. And he got over here and mowed all this over here. I was amazed he got it mowed as quick as he did.
Oh, you got a big mower?
He's got one of them zero-turn hustlers, and he actually had to bring the one he uses back up to his house and go get the other one. They've got two of them up there. It kept quitting on him, and I was thinking, yep, go ahead and drop the carburetor bowl, get the trash out of it, and clean your tank. But yeah, I've got a Cub Cadet out there, XT1, I think is what it is, and I just told him there's no way I can get that thing done and get out here and mow it. Plus, it don't go nowhere as fast as that zero turn that he did.
Oh, right. Those zero turns are nice. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I got a 40-something inch deck, and I only have about a half an acre to mow, so it's not a big deal. All right, very good, Carlin. Carlin is in Bethpage, by the way. I'll just narrow it down to Bethpage. It's Kilo Delta 4, Victor Uniform Mike. Who else is north?
WB0NOO, Mark in Northwest Wilson.
Hey, Mark. So do you listen to Williamson County's Aries, or do you listen to the Weather Service?
Oh, I do a little of both. I kind of disagree with you, I guess. I think the Aries does have some need, especially when the public service network goes down.
Oh, no, I agree. I didn't say it was useless. I just said it seemed odd. They continue on before activation, which what they call activation. Of course, if you're not listening to them, you won't know when they're activated unless you listen to NOAA. And NOAA would do it if there was a tornado watch or there was flood warnings or whatever they consider an activation. I'm not sure what they do consider an activation in Williamson County.
Yep. Well, I don't know. It's getting bright over here. I think I'm on my attic antenna, so probably nobody is hearing me. But I think I'll hang it up. Have a good evening, and I'll listen to the net for a while.
All right. See, we take disagreements here real well. Yeah, your attic antenna is giving me an S9 here, Mark, so you're doing fine. That was Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Mark's in Northwest Wilson up near the National Weather Service radar station. Who else is north?
K4WK.
Hey, you're coming in fantastic today, Steve.
Not too bad yourself.
Man, in spite of this crazy weather, I mean, this really heavy weather we're having, I'm shocked that you come in that well.
Well, it's another magic trick that I do.
Yeah, apparently it is. It sounds like you got 4, 11 element beams pointing in my direction. You're doing S5 here, which is quite good for you.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Man, he's S5 to me, and I can't believe it.
Yeah, we're going to have more storms. All right, hey, I'm glad to hear about those new nets. I'm going to put that in the reminder system for the additional sideband that you're doing up there in Bowling.
Yeah, I was having conditions last week when I was starting to do that, so I figured it was easier just to give you an eval.
Oh yeah, no, that's fantastic. Very good. That was Steve. He's in Bowling Green. He does the nets from Bowling Green, just a little bit north of Bowling Green on 146,430, and they're going to be. They've already started doing. So you'll be seeing the guys. The rest of you'll be seeing the reminders about. He's doing a 2-meter sideband net and a 10-meter sideband net, and as well as. So what was on 70 centimeters, which I'm not sure we're going to hear you there, but what were you doing on 70 centimeters?
That's on Tuesday nights right after the 2-meter net, 446, 100.
Oh yeah, well I've got that down. I'll be sending out the reminder for this for the next net. But yeah, there's also a 70 centimeter net. But unless you got a really big 70 centimeter beam, I'm not sure you're gonna. Where are you using a vertical on that one, Steve?
Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe if somebody's got a good beam, they can hear you.
I know we can talk to at least Franklin relatively easily.
Oh, is that right? You have talked to Franklin on 70 centimeters?
Franklin, Kentucky.
Oh, you had me going there for a minute, because if you can talk to Franklin, you can talk to me. Oh, that's awesome. How far away is Franklin from you?
It's 25 miles south.
Okay, so maybe some of our northern stations will be able to hear you.
Yeah, never know. Give me another number, though. 73.
Yeah, very good, Steve. Appreciate you checking in. That's Whiskey Kilo Uniform. Steve is north of Bowling Green. He's usually one of our 2 out-of-state check-ins. Who else is north? North, going once, going twice. West, please come now.
Kilo 4 Alpha Lima, Alan and Hermitage.
Hey, Alan, how are you doing?
Not too bad, I guess.
Not too bad. Very good. How's that? Is that station giving you any trouble? The remote base?
No, not when I have a decent internet connection, but sometimes when I'm overseas, it's a little bit slow or the latency is there, then I have a little bit of trouble. And some hotels in particular, I think to prevent you from streaming, they sort of chop the data stream, and that really raises havoc with it. But other than that, been having a lot of fun. Just can't wait to get the antennas over here at the farm so I can dismantle that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. It's nice having that feature over there, but you're going to drag that all back to the house?
Yeah, that's what I'll do, and I'll set it up here. And recently, the DTC, who is the local communications provider, put gigabit fiber out here to the farming area. So now we're big time, and I'll be able to set it up out here, and it should run great.
Oh, I'll bet. Man, what prompted them to do that? Well, I guess you didn't have anything underground before that?
Well, what it was, they were using, what is it called when it comes over the phone line, DSL. And it topped out at about 20 megabytes per second, and used copper line, and they started to have trouble with all the copper lines with the squirrels and the moisture and all that. So rather than replace the copper, they just went fiber, and when they went fiber, they could provide the high-speed internet as well as TV and phone service. So I was really shocked that they did it out here, but sure enough.
Wow, that is impressive. Well, I guess they're counting on a lot of development on that area.
I don't know. I think they also got a little bit of grant money to do it for the rural areas. I'm pretty sure that helped a lot.
Very good. Well, good to hear you in there, Alan. That was Kilo 4 Alpha Lima on a remote base from Hermitage. Well, the remote base is in Hermitage, but he's not. He's normally in, where is that, Alexandria?
Alexandria, well, we got about 2¼ inches of rain this time.
Oh, wow. No hail?
No, knock on wood. Thank goodness, no.
Yeah, we had some. Madison got hit pretty hard yesterday with up north of Nashville, and so did Hendersonville, I think. And we got some pea-sized hail today, but it only lasted for about a minute.
Oh, wow. Well, hope everybody stays safe, and glad to hear everybody on it. I forgot all about the Saturday thing, so my apologies. K4AL.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. We don't take excuses. We don't. If you make it, you do, and if you don't, you don't. We just soon have you there. All right. Anyway, that was Alan on a remote base, but he's normally in Alexandria. Who else is west?
Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet, Kilo 4 DFA.
Hold on one second. Juliet 5. I heard Rick in there first. I heard DFA is in there as well. So wait one. Rick, you sound good tonight.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, you're coming in pretty good. I couldn't hear Steve at all.
No, because his beam, he's on a 5-element beam, if I remember correctly, and he's kind of pointed due south because he's due north of me. And as you probably heard, Michael could hear him very well. So apparently his beam doesn't go over to you very well.
Yeah, that's okay. One of these days.
Oh no, it's you're gonna be when he's got a beam, it's gonna be tough for you. Anyway, everything going well with the family, and you got through with your minor procedure, okay?
I did indeed, and hopefully be back to work in about 4 weeks.
Oh really? You're gonna take? Wow, that's a nice. I'll call it a vacation.
Exactly.
All right, very good. That's Rick in Ashland City. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. I think it's Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. John in Hermitage, just hanging out on my Bluetooth headset upstairs. Curious what the audio sounds like.
It sounds very good. So you're doing Bluetooth and the radio is where?
Correct, sir. Yeah, this way I can. My dog likes to hang out in the upstairs bedroom when there's thunderstorms because he thinks being closer to the thunder is the answer. And so I wanted to jump on the net and was going to try out this Bluetooth headset.
No, it sounds It well, let me put it to you this way: it doesn't sound quite as good as sitting at the radio with a nice microphone, but it does sound very good for what is a headset that's wireless.
Oh, very good. Yeah, so we're expecting crazy storms, I guess, tonight. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised everybody's on the air. I'm not worried about it. I never worry about it because I'm so filthy rich that I can't afford any antennas or radios that blow up. Well, not really, but.
Yeah, I was thinking about disengaging the antenna from the radio and just going with my portable whip kind of like antenna, or that collapsible tactical antenna, I think they call it, but we'll see.
Yeah, very good. Tactical is a nice name because everybody who's a prepper or wannabe or think that tactical means it's especially great. I think it's a nice antenna myself. I've seen it, but the tactical is a great name.
You know, you gotta love those marketing guys. I guess they get paid for a reason.
Yeah, no. All right, very good. That's John and Hermitage. Kilo Oscar for Delta Foxtrot Alpha. Who else is west?
N5 TAW, David and Madison.
Hey, David, it was good to see you this morning.
Good to see everyone.
Yeah, no, it was a nice to sit inside, and because my wife said, "Why don't you do it in the park?" She said that yesterday, and I went, "I don't think we want to be in the park."
Not this morning.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. But everything going well for you on the trip back in the rain?
Oh yeah, no problem. Other than just Lebanon Pike is just pothole city. I don't think I've ever seen so many potholes.
I get the impression that they'll. Well, I don't know if that's a state road. I would suspect they'll fix it.
Maybe next year.
Well, I think I told you. Maybe I didn't, but after the tornado came through my neighborhood, our road was. I'm going to guess it was 20 years before the last time they paved it, maybe longer. It wasn't terrible. It just had some issues. Nothing, really rotten. And after all the trucks came through here, clearing debris, the big tractor trailers and big heavy equipment, and all of a sudden, bam, they're repaving the whole neighborhood, which they did. We got all new asphalt in the whole neighborhood.
That's awesome.
I don't know where they got the money for that, but it looks very nice. It makes it look nice. Of course, what doesn't make it look nice is the tornado tore up all the trees, and that was the end of that.
Yep, that's right.
Anyway, that was David. He's in Madison, November 5, Tango Alpha Whiskey. Who else west?
KM4YRF, Mike and Matt, Melshire.
All right. They missed you this morning.
Yes, I slept through the whole thing, Paul. I'm sorry.
I told you, you can't apologize.
Well, I hate missing the breakfast, but I was just tired and I didn't know nothing until 9 o'clock.
Well, Chris, KG4 CXE, yeah, he showed up and picked up all the checks.
Oh man, I hate I missed that.
Just saying, man, so you miss out on all the bennies.
I hear you, man. Good, thank you for doing the net. Keep on with it.
Yeah, very good. That's Michael and Belshire, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. You got your daughter home okay?
Yeah, she's home and it went a little better than we expected.
I take it she went in a wheelchair.
Yeah, but then we had to get her up like 9 steps, and but we worked that out, and all is good.
Well, if sometime your reason you need help, I'm just down the road from where she is.
Yeah, I know, and I appreciate that, Paul. And I would call you if I needed to.
All right, sounds good. That was Michael and Belshire, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is west?
KG4 CXE, Chris and Dolphin.
Hey, I got a check here. Put it on my debit card, but I figured you'd pick it up for dinner.
No, that was just a breakfast thing.
Often the cheapest meal of the day.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, it's nice to do every once in a while, right?
Oh yeah, no question about it. I should have had a full breakfast. All I had was a cinnamon bun and a cup and no coffee.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, very good. Everything going well with your new antenna? I mean, your indoor antenna, I should say.
Yeah, it was being outside of the rain. It has no rain. It's all comfortable and cozy in here.
Yep, very good. All right, it was good to have you to breakfast this morning. That was Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Antioch.
All right, Greg. Everything going weather-wise down there pretty good?
Yeah, the usual. I've got nearby lightning as usual.
Yeah, I looked before about 7 o'clock. I guess it was 7:30. I looked at the weather forecast, and so it showed at least on Weather Underground, it'll either show you current radar or it actually makes this future what it's going to be for the hour or two after the time you're looking at it. And it still looked like there was more thunderstorms coming, up through 9 or 9:30, something like that.
Yeah, and I was thinking the problem with WeatherNet is they talk about it but never do anything about it.
That's right. They don't have any influence whatsoever, or money to do anything about it, for that matter.
I still enjoy listening.
Oh no, nothing wrong with it. I just, I don't know. They do. I think I heard the last net they had, which they do, like 40% of it's with WinLink, and the other half is with the repeaters, and they get something like 90 check-ins. And I'm thinking that's not any fun.
Yeah, I understand. I'm not sure if it would be how useful it would be in real time.
Well, truthfully, I'm glad that they have a lot of people actively interested in, communicating with the system, with the Aries group, which is really this county government. So I'm happy that that's the way they're doing it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that, I don't know, it's like the opposite of what this one is. That is almost strictly business, and this one is not, just kind of a little bit of business.
Absolutely.
And my real problem with it is, I'm sure you've heard me say this before, the real problem isn't with the fact that they hold a big net like that. That's not the problem. The problem is that so many of those people can't communicate in Simplex because they're net dependent, repeater dependent, which is bad, because I've heard them do their repeater Simplex nets, and it's like a commercial for, what was it, Verizon. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? They can't. It's hard for a lot of them to communicate.
It'll all soon be just hot spots anyway.
Well, until the internet goes down, right?
Exactly, yeah.
All right, very good. That's Greg. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. He's in Antioch. Who else is west?
I guess I'm considered Antioch, W84JJY80.
Hey, how are you doing there, Eddie?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I just thought I'd walked in here and heard you start up. I wasn't getting for a change.
All right, sounds good. You doing well down there?
Yeah, we were well.
All right. You haven't gotten with Robin yet on doing that antenna thing, huh?
No, not yet. I figured, one day it's cool, next day it's, and it's raining, and so I got to get something to do with the rotator, so I'm not really ready. So I guess it gets warmer and warmer, so I get with it.
Yeah, very good. Well, you know where he lives, so you can get hold of him. Very good. That's Eddie. He's in Antioch. Whiskey Alpha 4 Juliet Yankee, as you like to say, Japanese junkyard. Who else is west? West or south?
KB5
That's Kilo Bravo 5, isn't it?
Roger. Larry, Walter Hill area, just watching the display out the window, kicking it back. That's about it.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't hit you or around you, that's the best part.
Oh, I know. I definitely keep watching it. Disconnect everything and then come back up here and connect everything back up, play it, disconnect everything and run out of here.
Yeah, my lightning story, which you may have heard, I'll say it anyway for those who haven't heard. When I lived in Florida, I was sitting in the living room, and it was on dial-up. I had a dial-up modem on my laptop, and the laptop was sitting on the arm of the chair, and plug is in the wall to the phone jack. And it was rain. It was just a downpour outside with the thunder and lightning. And I saw the lightning hit through the front window about, I'm going to say it was a couple of 100 yards, kitty corner from my front of my house. It wasn't right on top of the house. It was at least 100 yards. And I noticed it, and then I noticed nearly instantaneously, I either got some of that voltage or induced voltage. It came through because I was on battery, the laptop was operating on the battery. Came through the phone line. It came through my right arm because my fingers were on the keyboard. And I jerked my arm back, and I thought, oh my God, and it did hurt, by the way. And I said, okay, laptop's going to be fried. Didn't even affect it.
Well, I can tell you when I was a younger man, when I was a shortwave listener until I got my license at 16. My tube equipment's been whacked by lightning so many times, I can't even count it anymore. Had 50-foot tower out in the backyard, and when I used to live in Arkansas, I guess where I was at, I don't know if there was a lot of iron ore in the ground or what, we got whacked all the time with something, and it would hit my tower. And I hated this TV. Let me tell you, this TV, we had one of the mega 29-inch color TV tube rigs, and that thing gave off a ton of noise. When folks turned that TV on, I just had to turn off the radio because I couldn't hear a thing with the noise. And one day, lightning whacked the tower, and I watched it come in, came right down the guy wire, hit the rotor box, and out went the TV. I never claimed what caused it, but I knew exactly what happened, and the TV was gone. And I was like, thank goodness.
Well, as you know, having a tower doesn't, even if it's well grounded and all kinds of things, it doesn't stop any, or even if you have lightning rods on it, or you have lightning rods around the property, doesn't mean you won't get hit, as you know.
Yeah, I know. At least the old tube rigs, though, they're a little bit tougher. Now everything I've got here is all solid state, so I try to be more anal about protecting it, disconnecting the antennas whenever I can. I mean, I should at all times anyway, and so a lot of times there's weeks everything's hooked up and I'll run out of town and everything's still hooked up, but I know that's not good to do, but yeah, just try to watch it.
All right, very good, Larry. Yeah, lightning is just, it's unpredictable, and it's hard to prevent problems. It really is, unless you just disconnect your ground, your power, and your antenna leads and everything from it. Anyway, that was Larry in Walter Hill area with Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. Anybody else west or south?
KF4 KFQ. Yankee Victor.
All right, hold on one second. We got Kilo Victor. And just Larry, you came in right almost on top of Tony, but I know you couldn't hear him. Hold on one second. Tony, how you doing?
Well, I'm trying to hunker down. It looks the radar looks like it's got a train of thunder cells, and they're headed right to my house.
Yeah, I noticed that on the radar. It appeared there was some clumps headed right for you and possibly us, coming back to us.
Well, we're going to make sure they go to Ken's house and leave me alone.
You wish it would be that narrow a switch, because you're only, what, 100 yards from him?
Well, I noticed he's standing out in the driveway with a staff holding it up right to the sky, so I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, very good. Well, there's no accounting for some people that have, with low IQ. The people just are challenged. What do they call it? Mentally challenged, cognitively challenged.
Well, I was going for a Moses reference, but okay.
But we don't want to do that either. All right, very good, Tony. Tony's in Smyrna. Kilo Foxtrot 4 Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. Heard Larry in there. You doing all right?
Yeah, we're doing good, man. I'm gonna get in and get out. KE4 SYV.
Very good, Larry. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and he's in Rockville. Who else is south? Anybody else west or south?
For Foxtrot.
Ah, very good. I got you now. So I doubled with you slightly there, Donnie, but I did catch you. How are you doing? You didn't flood out down there, did you?
I'll tell you, my yard flooded in front.
Well, you just need one of those swamp boats, the airboats.
I was going to borrow my neighbor's canoe, but he's out of town, so I didn't have any luck there. I'd had trouble getting across my driveway with the morning, so much water coming off the hill up there.
Oh, I see. So you got a hill that's a little higher than you coming down on your property.
Yeah, it'll go over my driveway sometimes 2 or 3 feet because it's such a runoff. We're complaining to Metro all the time. We can't seem to get them out here to fix it, so I don't know what course we're going to have to take next.
Yeah, well, you've seen my property, so I'm in fantastic shape in that regard. My front lawn, the front of the house drains down to the street and down even further than that across the street, and my back lawn drains, to the other side down to somebody else's property.
Well, tell Chris I'm sorry I missed his breakfast this morning, but I'll be listening next time I hear he's going. I'm gonna try to make it.
Yeah, very good. And don't eat dinner the night before.
There you go. Yeah, and I need to talk to you about floating loan. I heard you telling John over there had so much money. I'll talk to you about that later.
Oh yeah, I have. I often tell people I'm independently poor.
Go ahead, carry on. Thank you.
All right, Donnie. That's Donnie in Hermitage, about 5 or 6 miles south of me. That's Kilo 4 Oscar, Foxtrot Oscar. Who else is south or west? Perfect double and or triple. I heard a whiskey something in there first.
W0GZR, Mark, Nashville.
Ah, that was who that was. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing good.
Well, I know Nashville didn't flood away.
Nope, neither did I. I'm happy about that.
I did get a notice because for some reason I'm on NPR, Nashville, whatever that's called, they call themselves. Their tower got hit by lightning today, and they were offline.
Wow. Well, they're on a shared stick. There's a bunch of other stations on that same tower.
Well, I'm guessing they all went offline. What do you think?
Yeah, unless it was selective.
Yeah. Anyway, I used to listen to NPR almost every day when I was on the bike, and I did it just to get my blood pressure up.
I went to listen to Wait, Don't Tell Me today, but it was on, so I left it and went to a station in Cork, Ireland.
Oh, wow. No, they have some good programming. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes their editorial style is not to my sensibilities.
Well, too bad. Sounds like you wanted Fox on the radio here.
No, I don't listen to that either.
Yeah, I quit listening to all of it. I don't listen or watch TV news anymore. Just don't do it.
I think a lot of people are in that boat. I tend not to watch any of the national news, and sometimes I can't stand to watch the local news because how many times can I read about shootings, car wrecks, car chases, and cars running into front of convenience store?
Yeah, I understand. About the only thing I watch is Sky News out of the UK, and I do check BBC News at least once a day. That's about it for me. And of course, once a week I read the newspaper on the radio.
Yeah, exactly. No, most people these days have so many options for news. There's almost no reason to exclude that and watch like our national NBC, CBS, all that stuff, or cable news, because we have so many options. And what's fun about reading BBC or any of the foreign news services is, and found in Israel, they have an excellent news service. Germany does too. France does too. And you get a perspective about things that you don't necessarily hear here.
That's for sure. I watched today, and well, did anybody hear about Mozambique's president? He denied the COVID virus and then died of it. I doubt if we heard much about that here, but sure did on the Beeb.
So he was an anti-vaxxer who took one for the Gipper.
Yeah. But that's I enjoy watching that. They have been covering Burma or Myanmar pretty well too. What a tragedy that is.
Well, I've been to many of those. I was in Mozambique for that matter, but that's the country that went from French colonization, and they eventually went to independence, and then they went to communist. And I'm not sure what they're doing these days.
Yeah, sounds like it's crazy there.
Well, a lot of those third world nations are, and I hope for the best, but they're still way early in the development stage. Anyway, that was Mark in Nashville. Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo. Who else is west south? Please come on.
Hello, Juliet 7 Echo Alpha Sierra.
All right, one more time on that. I heard someone.
Hello, Juliet 7 Echo Alpha Sierra.
Ah, very good. Is that are you from this area? I see the 7 call, but are you just checking in for fun?
No, I'm in Walter Hills.
Ah, Walter Hills. Yeah, so you just moved here, or you've been here all along?
Been here for a few months.
Oh, excellent. Well, welcome to the area. You enjoying it over there?
Oh, yes. Except for the thunderstorm.
Yeah. Well, where were you from originally with the 7 call?
Washington State.
Ah, very good. Yeah, I've never been up there, but from everything I've seen, it's a beautiful place.
Supposed to say that I don't vote Democrat.
Oh, no, I didn't. Listen, I never make those assumptions about anybody. I really don't. Because you figure there's Just like when we talk about California, people tend to say it's a very liberal state with, it's all Democrat. Well, it isn't. It's got, in fact, I think they have more Republicans in California than almost any other state in the union, if you can imagine that. But again, it's got a lot of people. Anyway, I didn't get the first name. Kilo Juliet 7, Echo Alpha Sierra. Got it dropped out there. Say again. Kilo Juliet 7, Echo Alpha Sierra.
Go ahead, sorry, I pressed the wrong button there.
Oh, very good. I just didn't get your first name.
It's Robin, and my husband is Larry. I'm just not very good at this, so he just said tonight to get on and at least sign in once.
Okay, very good. Very good, Robin. Pleasure to meet you on the air. Yeah, don't, if any ham tells you they never make mistakes on the air, they're lying.
Oh, I agree with that. He's just laughing at me here saying, don't press any buttons.
Listen, I've been doing this net for 7 years, almost 7 years, and I've been doing other nets for off and on for a long time, and I will not believe sometimes the mistakes I make. It just crack me up. I'll leave the radio on the wrong setting, and then I can't realize, don't understand why I'm not on the air, and I finally look at, oh yeah, and but sometimes some people have to call me on the phone and say, you're not on the air, you dummy.
I'm just surprised that he's letting me in his stand right now. He'd be able to use the radio.
Well, you know how it is. It's you both own everything jointly, so obviously the radio's half yours.
I got to step in. It's denied that we got a prenup.
Yeah, very good, Larry. You got to get her to change it from a 7 call to a 4 call. It's going to sound better.
I can barely get her to remember it as it is.
Oh, I know. Well, very good. That was Larry, but that was Robin who checked in. Kilo Juliet 7, Alpha Echo Alpha Sierra. Kilo Juliet 7, Echo Alpha Sierra. Yeah, I hadn't talked to her before. I'm glad she was on the air though, Larry.
Thanks very much.
Ah, very good, Robin. Great talking to you. Who else is south or anywhere?
W4GMB.
Whiskey for Golf. Yeah, Whiskey for Golf. Was it Mike Victor?
Golf Mike Bravo, GMB. Name's Gary.
Hey, Gary, where are you located?
I'm over in the West Nashville, Bellevue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice part of Davidson County.
Where are you located? Got a really good signal.
Yeah, I'm in Mount Juliet. I jokingly say that I also operate the ski lift here in Mount Juliet.
Okay. We got a good signal. I don't have much of an antenna, but I'm working on it.
What type of antenna are you using tonight?
It's this little ground plane sitting here on the desk.
Well, you're doing pretty good from Bellevue. I'm at 600 well, my antenna, the bottom of my antenna is at about 700 feet. So I'm in an excellent location. When I'm looking west toward you, I can't see you, but I see all the lights in Nashville, right? Because I'm sitting up higher elevation than Nashville, and it's a clear shot. So Bellevue and Franklin and all those areas west are good to me.
Yeah, I've got an antenna, actually it's an EME antenna that I haven't put up yet, but when the weather gets right, it's going up.
Ah, very good. Yeah, no, yeah, I appreciate you checking in. This is the first time, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, very good. And you've been a ham a long time?
Since 1965.
Oh my gosh, you don't sound that young. No, that's awesome. Yeah, no, we have, and I'm sure you may not have heard me say this before, but we have, there's probably about 14 or 15 of us out of the, I don't know how many, they're routinely on the net. I mean, out of the 40 or 50 that usually check in, 30, 40, 50, there's about at least a dozen, maybe 15 or 16 that went crazy and bought the Diamond X700 antenna for $397, and it's worth every penny. A good antenna is worth its weight in gold.
That's what I tell everybody. The secret to this hobby is actually in the antenna.
Yeah, I actually went with this antenna I'm using. I actually put it on my handheld, which will go down to 0.05 watts on the battery. and I could be heard for, I'm going to guess, about 12 miles with 0.05 watts, not 5 milliwatts, but 0.05 watts.
That's pretty good. I got more radios and I know what to do. That's really after all these years. Glad to get on the net and say hello to everybody. I think I'm going to sign out. Got a lightning strike here, just about a half a mile away. So anyway, W4GMP.
Yeah, very good. Good to have you in there, Gary. Gary's the first time check-in. West Nashville, Bellevue area. Whiskey 4 Golf, Mike, Bravo. Anybody else late checking?
Whiskey 4, Mike Uniform Foxtrot.
Hey, Jimmy. You must love this heavy weather, being an ex-weather guy with Noah.
Well, no, not really. I'm disconnected right now, so no antenna's connected. Just had two big lightning strikes and didn't want to take a chance. So I'm on the HD, all 5 watts of me.
Ah, very good. Well, you're doing S9 to me, Jimmy, so you're doing fine on the HD. That was Jimmy, Whiskey 4 Mike, Uniform Foxtrot, all disconnected except for his HT. And you're not outside, are you?
In the outside?
No, are you outside now?
No.
Oh, wow, sitting inside. Boy, that's a good HT. No, you're doing fine. I would expect so. You're only 5 or 6 miles from me, I think. 6 miles, maybe. All right, who else is anywhere, any place?
K4DZ.
Hey, you're sounding real good tonight, Earl.
Well, imagine that. I'm on a different radio, but still on the same antenna.
No, the audio is very good. Your audio and very little background noise. Sometimes you're weak to me. Not terrible, but, you know, it's fully readable. But now you sound fantastic.
Lightning crashes and everything that's going on. Anyway, keep it on with your bad self over there, Paul. 7-3's everyone out there, and that will catch when we can. On my old-timey antique Kenwood 2-meter all-mode radio. KE4DZ 7-3.
Oh, that's why you sound so good. You're on an old school radio on a all mode 2-meter, which you don't even sell those anymore. There was Earl in Noreen, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Anybody else? You sound good tonight too, Stan.
Hey, so you all heard of people I haven't heard before, so the mission looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think. Well, I was pretty astounded with Steve out of Kentucky. He was probably the best I've ever heard him. And here, this heavy weather, sometimes it gets worse, not better.
Yeah, I was hearing him pretty good. Sometimes I hear him, and most of the time I don't. But I did hear him pretty good tonight.
All right. Well, you sound great. Everything going well for you?
Yeah, except for back problems. Heard ever since I had the last steroid shot. So, went earlier in the week and had an MRI done on it. So we'll see what that shows.
Well, let's hope for the best on that. You know, today, out of curiosity, I looked up. I forget what the thing is called. Regenerex, I think it's called. I wanted to find out if there's something alternative to hip replacement to just get the pain out of my hips. It only bothers me at night, really. Most of the day, just at night when I'm laying down. And it said the average cost is anywhere from $3,500 to like $15,000. I'm like, okay, that rules that out. That was actually, I believe it was considered stem cell therapy.
That's interesting. I'm thinking that the thing called GABA. It's called gabapentin, which I usually give people who have epilepsy. It helps, but it tends to make me kind of dizzy, so I don't really like taking it.
Well, they actually said that it was good for spinal problems, whatever their stem cell therapy involved. I really don't know, but look up Regenerex. I believe the name of it was Regenerex. It's worth looking at, but I don't know that I want to afford that kind of money. It'd be cheaper to get the hips replaced.
Yeah, that's pretty well. I heard you up, Paul, back on that. Okay, important excuse.
Yeah, very good, Stan. That's Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo Stan in Lebanon. Anybody else late checking?
Whiskey Echo 4 Echo, Danny.
Hey, Danny. You doing well?
Not too bad. Just talking about the end of the year.
The end of the storm, you mean?
All right. If you had reached the end time survivalists and preppers and whatever.
No, I haven't gotten to that yet. We were just doing late check-in. Yeah, no. Hey, by the way, you know, we didn't do it tonight. I don't think we have to. But by the way, if anybody's got anything to sell, put it on the website on the groups.io thing. But I heard somebody else on another net say that they were having a buy sell swap and swindle net. Might have to sue them for using my phrase.
Oh yeah, I would definitely get that service mark quickly.
But anything, everybody, you're hearing everybody good?
I'm a straggler. I've heard the last maybe half of those stations. Yeah, you're pretty well. So, and I heard Earl above average.
Yeah, well, you must be backed away from the mic because you're full scale, but your audio is lower than normal.
Well, not normally, but let me look and see where my mic gain is. I might have done something stupid.
No, it's got a good audio. It's just that it's lower, not terribly low, just low.
Okay, well, is this any better?
I don't think it changed really. I don't know what the deal is. Why it wouldn't be as it just doesn't have that what I would expect for a full scale and your equipment to be kind of a booming, good, solid audio. You know?
Well, that's interesting. I turned it up some more. In case, you know what? I wonder if it says my FM mic gain in the menu on this thing.
Which radio is that?
991A.
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I know that you can have it. You can't. Obviously, we did it on mine that one night for sideband.
Yeah, I know, but I've slept since. Hang on, let me look and see what the deal is. Because I haven't done anything with it. I mean, I just literally haven't touched it.
No, I'm with you. I'm not. Maybe I didn't mention it the last time you checked in, or maybe it's the conditions. I don't think it is though. I mean, you're really full scale. You sound good. Let me move on. Let me finish this up. We got to move over to the 2-meter sideband and the 6-meter sideband, so we got to move along. It's already 3 minutes to 9. That was Danny Whiskey Echo 4 Echo Hendersonville with usually a great audio, but it's not awful tonight. It's just lower than I expect. Anyway, who else is late checking?
Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo.
Ah, you finally jumped in there. How you doing there, Frank?
Good. I'm on the HT up here in the bonus room. I looked at the time and I said, oh, that kind of goes up.
Yeah, this is absolutely the crappiest signal and audio that you've ever had on that HT.
I'm sorry. Maybe this thing's not that good.
No, it just got better then. You must have moved.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it straight up and down. It's still got the stock rubber ducky on it.
Yeah, that's why I replaced all of mine with those. I think they're 17-inch or so. The ones either from MFJ or whatever.
Yeah, I usually use the really long ones. DMR radios. It's still got the stock on there.
Yeah, very good. That's Frank. He's in Northwest Mount Juliet. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Trying to move along here. Anybody else? Lurkers, lollygaggers, sandbaggers, or preppers? Please come in.
Whiskey 3, Juliet Charlie Hotel, Justin Galvin.
Hey, Justin. Yeah, you came in after my warning shot.
Sure did.
You guys are still getting blasted up there all this day too, I bet.
We are waiting there. It's been about another 15 minutes. We'll have another one come in through here. And we're actually out in the truck right now.
Oh, very good. Yeah, not a great place to be in a lightning storm, but it's better than being outside walking around.
Copy that. Have a good evening, Paul.
Yeah, very good. That was Justin in Gallatin, Whiskey 3 Juliet Charlie Hotel. He is not mobile, but he is out in the car talking on his mobile radio. Who else? Anybody else? Lurkers, lollygaggers, or sandbaggers? All righty. No preppers or end-time survivalists, flat earthers, or, SDR donglers. No scanner listeners, but they have to email me.
I would have been, but I got here too soon.
Very good. Did you see what that FM gain was?
Did I do what?
I said, did you see where the FM gain was?
Yeah, it's not in the menu.
Uh-huh. No, it's like I said, it's just a little lower than I would expect. And somebody else needs to confirm that for me, because Michael, are you still there?
Oh yeah.
Does he sound to you any different?
Just a little lower is all.
Yes.
It's very strange. I'll just get up closer to the mic. I don't know what's different. Who knows? All right, that was it right there. That's better. Okay, I'll just do this.
All right. No, it's like I said, it's not horrible. It's just lower than I would anticipate for a full scale, signal. Anyway, that was Danny again checking on this disappointing radio performance. Anyway, that's not disappointing. Anybody else before we move on to the 2-meter upper sideband? All righty, we shall stop. That was 33 on the FM portion. We're going over to the 2-meter sideband, and that would be to 144.240, 144.240 upper sideband. Unless there's some objections or you didn't hear me say the frequency. I hear somebody buzzing in there. Did anybody copy anything? I did hear somebody try to break in. It sounded like. All right, it's going right there to 240. Well, you're right there. This is, who am I? Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Taking chickens from the wherever I was. East, please come in.
Kilo Echo 4, Delta Echo, Zulu Hell, copy, over.
Sounds good there. You sound good, Earl. That was Earl. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Who else is East?
November 4, Juliet Alpha Victor.
Also sound good. I can hear the lightning crashes from all over. How you doing, Alan?
Doing good. Bringing that thing out.
Oh yeah, very good. I was Alan in Lebanon, November 4 Juliet Alpha Victor. Who else is west or east? I mean, anybody else east? Please come in. All right, we'll move up to the north. Please come down.
Whiskey Echo 4 Echo.
Yeah, sound good there, Danny. Your signal's good. That was Danny in Hendersonville. Whiskey Echo 4 Echo. Who else is north? North or east? All right, over to the west.
KM4 YRF Mike in Belshire.
All right, Mike, sound great. Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, Michael in Belshire. Who else is west?
Kilo 4 Alpha Lima, Alan and Herman.
All right, sound good, Alan. Got a good signal. I would actually expect it to be better from Hermitage than that was, but how much power do you run from Hermitage?
I think it's about 100 plus.
Okay, no, you're doing about an S5, and I would just expect it to be bigger than that. Just you're only about, that station's only about what 6 or 7 miles or 8 miles from me.
30 over to me.
Pointed right at you too, and I'm running horizontal. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I'm running vertical, so that would make some difference. Yeah, I heard you, Danny. So you're getting a pretty good copy there.
Yeah, 25, 30 over.
Oh yeah, well you're doing great. All right. Well, it's my location and or the difference between vertical and horizontal, I think, Alan.
Yeah, very good. Boy, I heard a lot of static crashes.
Oh yeah, I'm hearing them as well. That was Kilo 4 Alpha Lima, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima in Hermitage. Alan, who else is west?
M5 TAW, David and Madison.
Hey, David, you sound well, is very good too. Who else is west? That was David, by the way, N5 TAW.
K04 DFA, John and Hermitage.
Hey, John, sound good. It's Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha. Who else is west?
KG4 CXE, Kristen Dalton.
All right, Chris, you sound good as well. You're the only one that doesn't have a worry about lightning. At least you shouldn't. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Anybody else west? Down to the south then, please come down.
W0 GZR, Mark, Nashville.
All right, Mark, you sound excellent. That was Mark in Nashville. Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo. Anybody else west? Anybody south, please come in. Anybody south, please come in. All righty, we'll wrap that up then. We had a grand total of 10. No, late check-ins. Anybody late check-in on 10 on the 2 meters, please come in. There's no late check-ins or lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, or SDR donglers. No, nothing. All righty, then we're going to move. Michael, if you would announce, we're going over to the 6 meter 50 dot. What the heck number is that? 50.350. That's what it is. If you'll make that announcement for me.
50.135.
I'm sorry. I know where I got that. 50.135. So that's where we're moving is 50.135. We'll catch you there momentarily. All right, this is K4PW at the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Who's starting again from the east? Please come now. Anybody east? Please come now. Did I hear somebody in there, or is this my imagination? East or north?
Whiskey Echo 4 Echo.
All right, got you in there, Danny. You sound fine. That was Danny in Hendersonville. Whiskey Echo 4 Echo. Who else is north? Anybody else north? Please come down. East or north?
KO4DSA John in Hermitage.
All right, got you in there, John. That's Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha in Hermitage. Who else is north or, well, it'd be east or north? Was that you, Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot? All right, got you in there. A little weekend there. I don't know what's happening, but not too good, but I can copy you. Anybody else? That was, by the way, that was Jimmy in here in Mount Juliet, Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Anybody else north or east? Moving to the west.
KM4 YRF Mike.
All right, Michael, got you in there. You sound good. It's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Anybody else west?
KG4 TXE Chris McDonald.
All right, very good. Haven't heard from Jack.
Yeah, where you at, Jack?
All right, I guess he's not there. Anyway, that was Chris in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Maybe you just have to give him you'll have to give him what do you call it? What do you call that when you use somebody else's? It's not a virtual check-in. It would be a. There's another term.
Relay.
Well, it would be a relay, but he's not there, so it would have to be something else. A fake check-in. That's what it would be. Anyway, all right. Well, that was Chris and Donaldson. Who else is west?
Kilo 4 Alpha Lima Alan and Herman.
Very good, Alan. Good to have you in there on the 6 meter portion. That's Kilo 4 Alpha Lima, Alan, with a station in Hermitage. Who else is west?
Did you get David?
No, I don't believe I did. David, come again, please. All right. Yeah, I'm not copying him too good tonight. That was David, November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey, and he's in Madison. Who else? Anybody else west? All righty. Anybody else south? All right. We got Mark in there. Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo in Nashville. Appreciate you being there. Anybody else wherever I was, west or south?
Kilo 4 out the Fox.
All right. Which antenna tonight there, Donnie?
I've never used it. Horizontal sign, can't get my vertical tune.
All right, I'm copying you okay. They're a little low, but copying you okay. That was Donnie, Kilo 4 Oscar, Foxtrot Oscar, south of me, east of the Percy Priest Lake. Anybody else south or anywhere?
I had my microphone back.
I've never done stupid things. You know that, Donnie. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere, please come down. I think that was Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor. Larry, is that correct? Is that you, Larry? Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor? All right, a little weak, it's up and down, but it is that is you, isn't it, Larry?
That's who it is.
Yeah, no, just the signal was up and down. Anyway, we got Larry over there in Walter Hill, Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor. Anybody else? Please come now. I heard a Juliet something in there, but I didn't catch the whole thing.
I believe that's Alan.
Yeah, no, I did catch it that time. The November 4 Juliet Alpha Victor. That's up and down on that signal. It's a little weak to me, but I was able to copy it the second or third time, and I appreciate the confirmation on that done. Anyway, that's Alan in Lebanon, November 4 Juliet Alpha Victor. Anybody else?
Hey, Paul, do you have any better now?
Yeah, you sound much better.
Okay, what's the vertical?
No, it sounds much better on the vertical there, Jim.
That's right.
All right, any other check-ins for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on wherever we are on 6 meters, 50.135. Well, then we'll be closing the net. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. Appreciate it checking. It was 12 on 6 meters. It was 10 on 2 meter upper sideband and 32 on FM. So great night. Hope to hear you on the air again. K4PW closing the net.
Oh, what's your 6-digit grid?
My 6-digit grid is